Welcome to the Foyer episode. We are so excited that we have reached this. I think that when we agreed to do this show, this was what we had pictured in our minds. So everything leading up to this has just all been practice, and this one's going to be the big one. I'm real excited to kind of dig into this and get into not only the space itself, but just the design behind it, the background. You know, our house was built 114 years ago by the Summers family. They moved to Morrisburg, and the father was a father to 3 daughters, and he hired a farmhand here, which ended up being the founder of Morrisburg's grandson. And he fell in love with one of the daughters, and the two of them were married on this farm and then gifted this farm as a wedding present. So our home sits on, this was the original Moore family homestead. They raised their children in this house. And then, of course, as they grew older, their family parceled out and sold parts of the farm. So all of the houses that are around there, we kept 3 acres. All the houses that are around were parceled out and sold to them at one point or another. And from what we were told, as far as your eye can see, basically was a part of this farm. Anyway, there's a lot of history here. From what we understand, Mr. Moore, Frank, he was the pastor of the Presbyterian Church here in our area. And then his wife Gertrude was a school teacher. She was also the longest standing postmistress in this town, and is still the longest standing postmistress ever served. So just some cool history. Anyway, bringing that to life, I feel like, you know, this whole house has its whole life that has been lived here. And then when we took it on, part of what we signed up to do is to continue that legacy. And I feel like there was a lot of love in this home, and it's just kind of imprinted here. And now we have the opportunity to carry that on. So we just love our little sanctuary here, and hope that our works and our efforts to make it better and make it our own, and then share that with you, is worth your time. So we appreciate you watching, as always. Hope you enjoy this episode. We're going to get into it right now. Hey y'all, we're Josh and Rebecca Addair, and we are so proud to share our story with you. From being raised in a small coal mining town of Matewan, West Virginia, to moving to our dream home in East Tennessee.
When we first laid eyes on our 110-year-old farmhouse, our hearts were filled with nothing but pure joy. We knew right then that this place was going to be our sanctuary and a place for others to gather and experience true mountain hospitality.
We're true Appalachian folk who show our love with a good meal, laughter, a helping hand, and a prayer when needed. Our goal is to give you an authentic look into the Addair family and the wonderful craziness that is our blessed life.
So y'all come on in and make yourselves comfortable. We're glad to have you here, and we can't wait to share a little slice of mountain life with each of you. Welcome home, friends.
Hey y'all, welcome to this episode. So we are finally doing it. We are finally taking the plunge and remodeling this for Foyer.
Yes, the Foyer.
This has been needed for so long. Tell them a little bit about this Foyer and how it's progressed over time, what it looked like when we first.
I mean, it was. I thought you were going to talk about it. Okay. Basically, it was just nothing. It was just the stairs had carpet on them, and it was just the same colors, everything in the house. We have slowly just done little things. The stairs have been painted at least 4 times. We took the carpet off. They've been painted at least 4 times. We have changed out light fixtures. We've tried different colors. As you see, we have a blue on the wall that we're just not a fan of. most of the time it has been in a state of transition. Basically, we've had for about a year we had different wallpaper samples up. That's just how we live a lot of times. So we it's not been anything we've been able to commit to, but we are committing now.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, sweet. So yeah, and what's wild is, you know, this is like what you see when you first walk in our house. So I think we've put a lot of pressure on wanting to get it right, and
Yeah.
we've spent 7 years not really doing it. So
Yeah.
that's going to change though.
Yes.
Today.
Woohoo.
Yeehaw.
Over the next week, probably.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, the plan.
All right. Let's get into it.
Okay, so we showed this, and this is what's going to be on the wall. This is our wallpaper sample that we're going off of. We did have another one, and I love it too. And I know you can't really tell, but it's a dark green with little gold accents. I just feel like this one has a little more color and it's a little warmer. And then this, I think I'm going to use maybe in like a moody bathroom. My bathroom.
I wasn't a fan of that one. It looks almost black to me.
And that's kind of why I liked it so much. That's why it's going to go, I think, in my bathroom. But anyway, that's for another time. So we went into Home Depot today to pick these samples up, or to pick up the actual paint. And it was the second time we had been in there looking at samples, so we thought we knew. But how we are is on the way there, we changed our minds. We were going to do the classic, you know, the wall was a little bit darker than the trim was lighter, and then the stairs were going to be the darkest of all. So the stair color stayed the same, and it is this beautiful, it is called Chocolate Soul. It is this beautiful chocolate color.
All these paint colors are by Bayer, by the way.
But what I love so much of that, and I had it in my mind, and I didn't even have to say anything because Josh just thought it, but I really wanted a color on these stairs that was not, there was a neutral, but that had either a green undertone to it with this, or this burgundy color. And he pulled that out and I was like, that's perfect. Actually, I was like, that's close. Can we get one that has just a little more red in it? So that was like the reddiest chocolate color. And then after that, with the wall color, trim. It was very important. Josh and I both want to change our trim and our doors to a mushroom color. And we had that in mind, but whenever we picked out paint the first time, we picked out like a mushroomy color for the walls and a light color for the trim. And I was like, I don't know, I really like the mushroom for the trim. So we reversed that. So that.
And 1,000% that's what we were going with up until today. We went and decided to change it.
Yeah. So that's the color that we picked out for the walls. We're actually going to do the trim, and that is Riviera Beach by Bayer. So it's this beautiful little mushroom color. And then the wall color is actually a shade darker than what we had picked out for the trim. So it is natural almond, and it's just like, it's not millennial gray, it's a creamy tan, but it's a light creamy tan.
Yeah.
So a good neutral. So that's what we have decided. Now, there is a bit of an issue that Josh and I need to discuss, because we're having a little bit of a difference of what needs to be painted what on the stairs. So I thought maybe we could try to decide that.
Okay.
Now, I feel like the stairs and like the spokes and the top railing and the sides need to be this. I feel like it's gonna, I don't want to take away from the, I don't know what I'm trying to say, the drama of the stairs. And I feel like if we add lighter colors to it, one, I feel like that's a little outdated, like the two-toned of things. And then two, I feel like it's going to take away some of the drama of those stairs being that dark.
Well,
That's my thought.
well, I'm just thinking that if you This is super dramatic, super busy. And I don't know if pairing this, like, I think keeping the stairs a little traditional paired with this kind of keeps things, I don't know, like balance. Whereas if you do this giant bold color, one, the stairs are huge. It's the biggest thing in the room.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's going to...
It's not the sides of this, like this wall part though. It's just the stairs.
Right,
and the stuff.
right. So, but when you walk into the door, one, I think this is going to suck every bit of the natural light out of the room.
Okay.
And two, it's going to show everything. It, like, if we carry something upstairs and the railing gets nicked, it's going to stick out like a sore thumb. Whereas if it's this color, it doesn't as much.
I just feel like if you paint it one solid color, they're going to disappear, and this is going to be your focus. If you paint them separately, they're going to look disjointed, and it's going to draw more attention to it. Also, you're going to have this, and then you have a runner that has some color.
Right.
And then if you've got two tones on the stairs, like it's a lot of variation. I think this is gonna be our best. I feel very strongly about this being this. What would you want to not paint that?
The spokes.
The spokes. So I know you talked about like it's second, like I don't think that the spokes being dark is gonna change much of how it pulls the natural light from it. And like, I don't know, I'm willing to give this a try, and if you absolutely hate it, I wouldn't care, I'll repaint it.
You're going to repaint it.
Yeah.
Because you know those folks are going to be the devil, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you absolutely hate it, I will. But you talked about it getting nicked. Their spokes aren't getting nicked anyways. That's not anything that touches those spokes. If anything, it's the top railing. And if you're going to paint the top railing this anyways, you might as well paint the spokes there. I just think it's going to make them disappear more if they're not two-toned.
Okay, I mean, I don't care to try it and
Okay.
see, but you can fix it when it's too much.
Okay, I don't think that it's going to make much of a difference in the overall darkness of it. I think it's going to look good. I think I'm right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, 13. And then that big piece of trim that's like separates the first and the second floor, the trim color I think is just fine at the top. You know what I'm talking about, like that big piece? Okay. All right. So now I guess all that's left to do is to open that and paint it.
Sweet.
Well, actually, first I guess it's cleaning out the room.
Yeah,
And then it's
we'll do that first.
okay. Let's quit talking about it and get to it. Oh, and then gold.
Yeah, so just this is kind of like any other hardware that will be in the room.
Yeah. I like that better than, I know we saw like shiny gold, but I know that is gold, but that's not like shiny gold. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like 90, that's not 90s trailer gold. Okay, good deal. Let's do it. Break.
This year, make unforgettable memories with Family Time RV Rentals in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Whether it's a weekend getaway or a week-long vacation, Family Time RVs brings the beach to you. Book your Myrtle Beach RV ocean stay today.
If you have a business and are looking for an interesting way to advertise, email us at addairsfarmhouse@gmail.com. we're out to get paint, and naturally there is no trip complete without a trip to the thrift store. We are at one of our more favorite places. This is the Habitat for Humanity Restore thrift store. So basically, if you know what Habitat for Humanity, you good? Yeah. Okay, so if you know what Habitat for Humanity is, they build houses for people that are just in need, whether it be like if they're in crisis of natural disasters or whatever they are. It's a great organization. And locally they have thrift stores that, one, it's extra material, extra building material, you can purchase there here for cheap, or it's even like stuff that people donate. So we get a lot of furniture here, a lot of stuff that we can flip, and we've not been in a while just because schedules haven't allowed it. But yeah, we're excited. And we decided to bring Liberace with us today. Put them glasses on, girl. Okay. All right, she's ready. She's got her rose-colored glasses on, and we're gonna see what we can find. So yeah, yay. Woohoo. What are those for, sis? Yeah, what do you think? Oh, okay.
I like this.
What is that?
Daddy, I like this.
What's one thing that when you come to these stores that you look for? No expectation?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because I feel like sometimes I miss things.
that makes sense. Israel, when you go into thrift stores or antique stores, what are you looking for?
Toys.
Toys? Have you found any toys?
Pretty alive.
Pretty a lot.
I can see that little lamp.
Yeah? Israel, I feel like you definitely look with your fingers and not with your eyes.
So you get the visual. This is our staircase color.
Okay.
This is our trim color.
Trim it, trim it.
So here. I guess I should put it down here so you can show both of the colors. Okay.
Nice.
And this one is the color of the wall. It's much warmer than what we have currently.
All right.
There you go.
So, boom, boom, boom. Woohoo! So now we're going to divide and conquer. Josh is going to paint the walls. I'm going to start the stairs. Look at these flyaways. Look at that. Israel is 5, and that's still where that breakage is from. It's probably from the crowing iron, but let's just pretend like it's from postpartum stuff. Anyways, so we're going to divide and conquer. Enjoy the ASMR painting video.
we are officially broke, busted, and disgusted. We've gotten, the walls are pretty well done. We're still working on the staircase. We got a lot more paint. We haven't even touched the trim yet. A lot more paint ahead of us.
Painting
So,
is like fun in theory.
yeah. So anyway, we've decided we're calling it quits for tonight. We'll pick this all back up tomorrow. Until then. This year, make unforgettable memories with Family Time RV Rentals in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Whether it's a weekend getaway or a week-long vacation, Family Time RVs brings the beach to you. Book your Myrtle Beach RV ocean stay today. If you would like to advertise your business during an episode of Addair's Farmhouse, feel free to email addairsfarmhouse@gmail.com. Okay, the room is painted, staircase is painted. I have painted all this trim. We've done all the trim in a darker color. And now we are about to hang this wallpaper. As you can see, we've kind of started already. But this whole wall is going to be that wallpaper. So,
And just because that's how renovation goes, we had some runners for the stairs, but we bought the runners for the stairs and the wallpaper at separate times, and we realized that they don't quite go, and the wallpaper is the winner. So now we have to send runners back. Yay.
all right, so let's put up this wallpaper.
I think the waste with wallpaper is the worst part.
I don't think that's the worst part.
I think that instead of like marriage counseling, like where, you know, you sit and somebody talks to you about problem solving and I don't know, Josh and I didn't do it. But anyways, all you need to do to know if you're ready for marriage is hang wallpaper together. I think that is the Addair method of marriage counseling. Pre-marriage counseling.
So everything is officially done, painted, and I have done all of the framing around the door. Finally got that done. All of the wallpaper is done. All of the paint is up. Just trying to give you like an overview. So now the only thing left to do is to stage the room. However, that will not be happening in this episode. We will catch you all in part 2 of this for that. So, hope you've enjoyed this. This has been a lot of work. It's been a lot of work, but I'm glad it's done. And now we're gonna make it pretty. So, stay tuned for that. The final reveal will be in part 2.